So PewDiePie recently got into controversy for about the 300th time in his career. Even though he tries his best to keep his stuff on the low and not do anything bad, he still somehow ends up getting into drama every single week. And I think the reason this keeps happening and the reason PewDiePie cannot stay out of drama is because, to put it simply, people have nothing better to do. All some people do is focus on finding stuff to cancel PewDiePie over at this point. And this video right here is no exception. I mean, people find it so easy to point out and make articles about the horrible things that PewDiePie does, but then fail to report on the positive things that he's done, because he's done so many positive things, not only in just 2020, but like years and years before that. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much you hate PewDiePie, no matter how much bad he's done, you can't deny that he's changed from the controversies that he's done before. Like the ones where he said the N-word on stream, like you can tell that he's clearly matured from all that. You can tell that there is a clear change, that he's a more mature person. He tries his best being the face of YouTube to tread carefully on what he does. But apparently that's not enough, because we still have people not pointing out when he does good things and pointing out when he does bad things. I mean, he's literally raised like millions of dollars for charity just in 2020 alone, and in years before that he's donated way more. He used his audience in such a humble way, and it's so nice to see like the biggest creator on the platform and on YouTube just doing things like that. He's basically representing YouTubers as just these nice people who do this sort of stuff. Of course, there are YouTubers who don't do that and are just absolute mugs, but I think we can safely say that PewDiePie's a good guy. Now, of course, at this point, MrBeast is probably more influential and is probably going to be the biggest YouTuber in a few years, but still. But anyway, that's besides the point, because today we have an article that came out basically saying this. Expert claims PewDiePie could be trying to dodge taxes with offshore account. PewDiePie is one of the biggest online entertainers on the planet. His YouTube channel, in excess of 100 million subscribers, firmly plants him as one of the most subscribed to individual creators on the platform. And as such, he's doing well to fill his wallets too. While PewDiePie is Swedish, he resided in Brighton, England for much of his life, and director of the UK-based Pewdiepie UK since April 2019. Now though, he has appointed two new directors to the company and is believed that they will be helping him to reduce his tax bill by migrating the company from the UK Cyprus, where the new directors are based. Honestly, like, keeping it real here, who actually cares if PewDiePie doesn't want to pay as much tax? Like, really, if PewDiePie isn't doing anything illegal here, why do people actually care that PewDiePie doesn't want to pay as much tax and as much money to the government? Like, I wouldn't either. Now, keep in mind that we're talking about the UK government here, because PewDiePie does live in the UK. Even though he is Swedish, he does live in the UK. But just going back to this, why do people really care? I mean, me personally, I would do the exact same thing if I had my own things going on. Like, I have my own financial situation. Like, even though I'm 15, I still have my own financial situation in terms of YouTube and my own job. I'm not going to speak on that publicly because I like to keep that stuff private. But I mean, seriously, like PewDiePie would probably want to keep that private as well. And it's not to hide anything from his viewers or whatever. Like, it's just private information that I personally wouldn't want to keep into the public eye. According to this report from Input Mag, the two new directors, Andreas and I'm not going to say that other guy because I don't know how to say that, have provided a correspondence address to PewDiePie to Pewdie UK Ltd. That is their own company base. Andreas LLC, and I'm not going to say the rest because I don't know how to say that. Tax expert Nimesh Shah, I think I say it, CEO of Blick Rothenberg, told Input Mag that this is likely to down PewDiePie's desire to take advantage of the reduced tax rates. 19% in the UK, over 50% higher than the 12.5% taxation in Cyprus. Now you might be wondering, what's the big deal here? I mean, he's only getting his tax reduced by about 7% here, it seems. But for PewDiePie, you really need to take into consideration how much money this guy is making. His channel literally has over 20 billion views, and for those of you who don't know, 20 billion views in normal sort of YouTube money is about $60 million. So you can tell that is absolutely insane, and that's just from ad revenue. Like, this guy's getting tens of millions of views a month. Like, he's making bank, and that's not even including things like sponsorships, merch, and other sort of brand deals. So 7% of PewDiePie's income really is like him dodging hundreds of thousands of dollars in tax, which is a fair bit of money, and why wouldn't he do that? Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if it's legal, then why do people actually care about it? And you can't even really make the point that PewDiePie's rich and he's just keeping the money for himself and not doing anything with it. Like, he literally donates most of his wealth to charity anyway. Like, this is literally calling out MrBeast for not paying as much in tax, when he literally gives his money away that he earns in his videos, basically. Like, he's running his channel at a loss. I don't really care what you say or how you try to put this out. From a tax perspective, what I think that they're trying to do is migrate this UK company to Cyprus. If the decisions, the overall management, and the strategic decisions are conducted outside of the UK, you can migrate that company outside of the UK for tax purposes, and therefore the UK lets go of it and the corporation tax. Popular YouTuber Quebblecop also commented on the matter, saying that most most of them top YouTubers are going to start considering for ways to minimize the amount of money they have to pay, adding that a lot of people keep it as secret as possible because it can be damaging to their reputation. Now, I don't really care what you say and how you try to put this to me, but I can guarantee every big YouTuber and every semi-decent company that YouTubers own and have a revenue stream definitely do this. Name any YouTuber over 10 million subs and I guarantee that they do this. Like, there's no way that they won't. And why wouldn't you? I mean, it's literally such a simple step. It takes literally no time. And if you don't do it, you're literally just giving away tons of money for no reason. Like, if I were a massive YouTuber and I was earning as much money as PewDiePie and all that, I'd probably do the exact same thing. And don't act like you wouldn't either, because I know you would. Like, why would you give away 7% of your income when you don't have to? Like, if I could just pocket that or give it to charity or something, I would. Like, there's no reason not to. Of course, this is not yet possible to prove that this is exactly what is happening, but it does appear that to these experts that Shellberg, I hate saying his last name, is trying to look for more ways to maximize his earnings and cut his losses. It's also worth noting that this is not an illegal procedure. It is incredibly common for those earning a certain amount of money to register their companies in offshore accounts so as to reduce tax payments. But as Cobblecop notes, while this is not illegal, these decisions can damage reputations, so PewDiePie is unlikely to be shouting out his company's move. And why would he do that? Like, again, like I said before, it's private information. Why would he give it out? And if this company right here who's making this article doesn't think that PewDiePie wants to keep his stuff public, then why would they be making an article on it? And also, if it's not an illegal procedure and you haven't confirmed whether it's actually true and whether it's actually a bad thing, then why are you making an article on it? I don't understand. So anyway, my final thoughts on this, I don't think that PewDiePie deserves any of this. Like, why on earth is he having articles made on him about this? This is such a minor thing that PewDiePie's done, and to be honest, I don't know why people are talking about it. Like, people don't talk about the fact that PewDiePie makes literally millions of dollars and donates most of it to charity. Like, people forget the amount of live streams that PewDiePie does raising money, like using his audience for such a good cause. People don't talk about that, but as soon as he tries to dodge paying tax to the government, who probably don't deserve the money that PewDiePie makes, oh, apparently it's a big deal. I don't understand it, and to be honest, I hope PewDiePie doesn't have to deal with this drama any longer, because it's just ridiculous. Like, again, if PewDiePie is moving his company to some other sort of third-party company, and it's not illegal, and he's paying less tax for it, then why on earth do people care? Like, again, I would do the exact same thing. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Comment your thoughts down below, whether you think PewDiePie should be damaged his reputation for this. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't think he should. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.